Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats so we can get started. Please take your seats. Roll call.
Roll call. Councilmember Morel.
Here.
Councilmember Jeruso. Councilmember Harris. Here. Councilmember King. Councilmember Green.
Present.
We have a quorum.
All right, first up, we have the approval of the minutes of our, all right, moved by Councilman, seconded by Councilman Green, Councilmember Harris, Councilmember Green, apologize. All in favor, vote yay, 3 yeas, no nays, the minutes are approved. Today, we will begin with appointments. First up, we have Mr. Spratt for the CBD HDLC. Spratt, you can speak at the mic right there, that's fine. This will be easier. I know we have a comment, online comment. But yeah, I do have one question to ask everyone. Why do you want to do this?
I've, been involved in the city for a number of years now through different business interests, and I've seen kind of how the, process works, and really, kind of as a business owner and a property owner, upholding kind of the integrity of our historic districts and neighborhoods is really important to me, and it has been for a really long time. And, that's why I continue to be engaged with the city and do what I do. And that's why I'm looking forward to this appointment.
Okay, for the committee's knowledge, the appointment questionnaire was filled out and everything was filled out as well as the affidavit. There is one online comment.
This is from Susan Johnson, representing town of Carrollton Watch. She says, I have submitted a 5-page comment to the committee members about the problems with the appointment of Tim Spratt to the CBD HDLC. In summary, I oppose the nomination for 2 reasons. The first is an apparent conflict of interest. As co-owner of Bruno's Tavern at 7538 Maple, Spratt is associated with developers Jim Brown and John Hamady, whose radical and intensive development of Uptown and University area for new construction, luxury housing, and private student dorms are transforming the historic neighborhood. Is it advisable to appoint an HDLC commissioner with close ties to these developers? Next, Spratt has a history of HDLC VCC violations on properties owned by Kirkendall Management, of which he is president. 70103 Chapatulas, the landmark building that is located that is the location of Lucy's retired surface bar and restaurant. 727 Iberville, site of the Penthouse Club. 914 North Rampart, site of a principal bed and breakfast sold by Kirkendall on July 24th, 2023. A week after a violation letter was issued by the VCC. Please consider carefully whether a businessman with strong ties to developers and a history of violations is the right choice for this important seat. Please deny. Thanks, Susan Johnson.
Thank you. That is the only comment on the record.
Sure.
Councilman Harris has moved. I will second. Is there any objection? Hearing none, Mr. Spratt, you're forwarded to the full council for confirmation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Mr. Gregory Curtis. All right, Mr. Curtis, you are here also for the CBD HDLC, correct?
Correct.
And you have a completed questionnaire with the attached affidavit. Same question I gave Mr. Spratt. Why do you want to do this?
I served a decade on the VCC and really enjoyed that work. As you know now, I'm on the DDD and I've worked on various city commissions and boards, including the Human Rights Commission. And just this is a passion for me, public service. It's enjoyable, and my work here in the city for the Burger Company, they really support us being very active in the community.
Okay, I don't see any questions in the online comment. Hearing none, Councilman Harris has moved, Councilman Green has seconded. Please vote your machines. 3 yeas, no nays. Thank you, Mr. Curtis, for your service. Next up, we have Patrice Centillo. I believe she has approved an excused absence. Many people already know her. She is an educator in the community. She has a completed questionnaire with an affidavit. She did go through the process of obtaining an exemption because she does in fact teach classes during our committee hearings. I would move that we approve Ms. Santino. Can I get second by Councilmember Harris? Please vote your machines. 3 yeas, no nays. Ms. Santino is approved. Next up, we have for discussion, in consideration motion M 23-435. Can we have some representatives from the administration here just to come answer some questions? This is the contract with Cornerstone Governmental Services that will run through January of this year to December of this year. As I've explained to the administration, the council is very pleased with Cornerstone's performance and their work as a contractor. The main concern that I had heard from members was just the length of time it took to get the contract to the council for approval. And if you could address that, we would really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I'd like to acknowledge the members of Cornerstone. Saying. And I would like to thank them for doing an excellent job in serving the city for the last 4 years, I believe. 4 years. Okay, so I guess delay in the signing of this contract is due to the process